Welcome to Outside the Fame. I'm Jayme Parker. He spent 14 years in the NFL, all with New England. This legendary linebacker is one of only 7 players to have his number retired by the Patriots. Number 57, Steve Nelson, was a tackling machine from 1974 to 1987. And now Nellie is targeting another sport. And you're going to need one of these to do it, as we are at the Addieville East Farm in Rhode Island, where we're going to be shooting a round of sporting clays. There are not very many former Patriots from the 1986 Super Bowl team that were also there for the 70s Chuck Fairbanks years. Steve Grogan is one, Steve Nelson is another. A 3-sport athlete out of Minnesota, Nelson went on to play 4 years at North Dakota State, graduating in 1974. Drafted in the 2nd round by the Patriots. Do you remember that day?
I went to the library, which was a little bar in our town in Fargo, and 2nd round, they chose me. They called my room, and my roommate picked up the phone, and Coach Fairbanks was there, and he said, "Well, we drafted Steve," and he said, "Well, Coach, he's at the library." And Coach goes, "That's amazing. The biggest day of his life, and he's in the library." So I obviously was very pleased, and the Patriots were such a good fit for me because they're changing their defense, which I played in college, and it was a team that was building, and Coach Fairbanks was such a great builder of teams, and they had a great draft choices, Sam Cunningham and John Hanna and Darryl Stingley the year before, so they had a real nucleus of great players and great people. So again, I was just blessed.
It seems like you had no problem with the transition going from college to the NFL level.
You look back and you think of all the breaks you get, and I got a break because the veterans were on strike in 1974. So all the rookies got a chance to play, without veterans, or with very few veterans, for 3 or 4 weeks. And I got some great advice from older players. Don't miss practice, because the guy behind you is probably better than you, and you don't want the coaches to know that. So I took that very seriously, and.
Any players that we might know that you're talking about? Who would give you some advice?
I had a great influence. John Hanna was the best football player I ever saw, and a good friend. And Steve Zabel was a dear friend. Steve King. So I had good advice.
You guys really had just a core of great defensive players right there. And you followed that up the next year. Your 2nd year, played every game, and led the team with 157 tackles. You must have felt like, okay, I got this.
Your ability to play really depends a lot about experience and the confidence you get once you play and you realize you're going to make mistakes and forget about the mistakes, learn from them, and move on. And so again, I was very confident as a young player because I knew the defense, and believe me, when my first game we played the Miami Dolphins when I was a rookie, and they had Zonka and Mercury Morris and Jimmy Kick, and I felt I didn't belong on the field with them, and I probably didn't, but you gain those little wins, and that confidence you get just makes you a better football player. You
hear players who played for Belichick and saying that he would always point out the bad things, even though if you won a game by 30 points, you'd still feel like you lost. Was your coach different?
Yeah, Chuck Fairbanks was a great coach and a great person, and he took a team that was faltering, and I was a rookie his 2nd year, and we became a good team very quickly. In 1976, we went to the playoffs and should have been to the Super Bowl.
The Fairbanks-led Patriots went 11-3 in 1976, an amazing turnaround from 3-11 the year before. Their magical season came to an agonizing end in the playoffs when a questionable roughing the passer penalty by Ray Hamilton on Raiders quarterback Ken Stabler was called, giving Oakland a second life and the eventual victory. The Raiders went on to win the Super Bowl that year, finishing with only 1 loss all season. That loss came in Week 4. It was to the Patriots, 48-17 in Foxborough. When we come back, we'll talk to Steve about his 80s Patriots teams, and we'll also go clay shooting down in Rhode Island. Yes!
Well done, buddy. I love that.
This episode of Outside the Fame is brought to you by Spyglass MTG. Their mission is to provide their clients with excellent customer service and expert advice, while providing their employees with a happy and fulfilling work environment.
Spyglass MTG is a specialized consulting firm that provides secure cloud and data solutions with a focus on the Microsoft platforms. We've been servicing customers in the New England market for over 20 years, and we pride ourselves on exceptional customer service.
Spyglass is an invaluable partner to research results. They really feel like an extension of our team, and I think that first and foremost among everything is really important to us.
We're excited about the partnership with Spyglass. As a premier Microsoft partner, we really look to align with companies with deep Azure experience, and a company like Spyglass is a great choice for us.
The bottom line is that Spyglass is a fantastic company to work with, and they bring a wealth of knowledge to Series Therapeutics. We can't thank them enough for their support.
If you need assistance deploying secure cloud and data solutions and you want to work with a local company with true experts in the industry, contact us today.
Real life is more than what you see on TV. It can have twists and turns, rough roads, and smooth sailing. Sometimes a little bit of both. At Mafre, we offer auto, home, and business coverage designed to help the Massachusetts community handle whatever comes their way. Because what matters most to you, that's what we're made for. Mafre Insurance, made for real life. Talk to your independent agent or visit getmafre.com today.
New England homeowners know metal roofs are strong protection for their homes, resisting high winds, ice dams, rust, moss, and lichen. Plus, snow slides right off. As New England's largest residential metal roofing company, East Coast Metal Roofing has no supply issues. We can install year-round with a lifetime warranty and lifetime workmanship. Spring into savings with 0% financing and 10% off your total roof replacement. East Coast Metal Roofing, your lifetime roofing solution.
Welcome back to Outside the Fame. We're with Steve Nelson talking about his great 14-year career with the Patriots, which included a trip to the Super Bowl in 1986. But before we get to that, we'll have to talk about the famous snowplow game in 1982.
Set the stage for us a little bit with the snowplow game.
Well, it was a miserable day. It was against our rivals, Miami, who probably,
Yeah, speaking
didn't
of
want to be
Miami.
up there, obviously with the weather and everything. And John Smith was our kicker, and it was an awful day. I mean, it was sleeting and it was blowing sideways, and neither offense could do anything. And we had an opportunity to kick a field goal, and Ron Meyer was the coach, and there was this guy with a snowplow who was on work release from Walpole or someplace.
From prison.
Yeah, he was on there, Henderson, I think his name was, and Steve Grogan said, "Hey, coach, there's a snowplow, have him." So Meyer kind of motioned him, and he just kind of put down the blade and carved a little path, right on the field, and sure enough, snap in the hold and the kick, and John kicked it right through there, and we beat him 3-0, and Shula went crazy, which, it's obviously a home team
advantage. Yeah, the snowplow. But I mean, there was no rule. They couldn't find a rule where you couldn't do that.
Right.
So, but now, since that game, the rules are now in play. Also, that snowplow is in the Patriots Hall of Fame, hanging from the ceiling somewhere, which is just funny.
Steve was at the top of his game in the mid-'80s, making the Pro Bowl in '84 and '85. In 1986, the Patriots made the improbable run to their first ever Super Bowl.
Kind of like a little bit of bittersweet, but we'll start with the sweet, I guess. The Squish the Fish AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
It comes back to the Dolphins again.
Yeah.
It's like all about the Dolphins here.
That whole run that we had was on the road. Beat the Jets and then beat the Raiders, and then we played Miami in the Orange Bowl, and they had Dan Marino as the quarterback and Duper and Clayton wide receivers, and they had a great offense. And the one thing that we knew we needed to do was run the football and keep that offense on the sidelines and kind of just eat the game up, and it just worked out great for us, and absolutely it was the most important game that we played in, and we beat them.
So here comes the bitter, though. We will talk about Super Bowl 20.
We had a lot of confidence going into that game because of the 3 weeks prior to that and the way we had been playing. And people forget we were ahead 3-0 with only 58 minutes left to go in the game. So
what happened? Oh my gosh! Then what happened? Because I'm not even going to say what the final score was. Yeah. What do you, did something just what do you think?
I think there were some things that kind of compromised us during that game, and their pass rush was really great, and they had great players on defense especially, and great players on offense, Walter Payton, and you know, that was a shame. Walter Payton didn't score a touchdown, and you know, Perry scored 1 or 2 touchdowns, and they're just a better football team that year. And it's amazing they only won 1 Super Bowl, you know. And
they came up with that shuffle.
Oh,
too,
I know. And then we had to come up with one. Ours was just awful. It was unwatchable.
Oh,
and
were you involved in that too?
I think I was, but you know, again, I didn't get a lead in that vocal, I'm sure.
Oh, really?
But could
you give us a couple bars of that?
I don't remember it.
You don't want to sing it? You know, you totally remember it.
Okay, hopefully Nellie can shoot clays better than he can sing. We began our day at Addieville East Farm by meeting up with our instructor, Jack O'Brien, and gearing up with our earplugs as well as protective eyeglasses. Before I even touched a rifle, Jack helped determine if I was left or right eye dominant. And then it was time for a quick lesson on how to hold the shotgun and what to expect.
And then you're going to say pull, you're going to follow it up, and you're going to just pull the trigger and break it. All right?
Jack made me sound like it's so easy. You're just going to pull the trigger and just break it. That's just going to.
I got to make sure the ball.
I was ready, but I let Steve go first.
Hey, pull!
Beautiful.
Pull!
Well done. See,
Ooh,
he's a
2
professional.
out of 2.
All right. All right, what do you think?
I don't know.
Come on, we're good. Now you're looking right down here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna take safety off.
Okay.
You're gonna let it come up, and then when it gets to the top, just pull the trigger, right?
Okay.
Say pull.
Pull.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Well done.
Wow, that did kind of push back a little bit.
It does. Congratulations. I told you you could do it. Actual first shot, right?
Shot it.
That calls for an instant replay. I was shocked more than anyone. It was Nellie's turn again as we moved from station 1B to 1A.
Pull! Pull!
Beautiful.
Wow.
He is quite a shooter, isn't he? Okay, so it's off safe. Bring it back there. Keep that tight in your shoulder and say pull.
Pull.
Follow it.
Oh, I missed that.
Just over the top.
That was crazy.
Oh.
Hey, you did a great job with it, but you just shot high.
Station 1A apparently was not for me, so I head back to 1B where I had nailed my first shot.
Pull.
Nice!
I like B. Yes!
Steve was perfect on the day so far, but we still have more shooting from Rhode Island when we return. And later in the show, we'll talk to Steve about his life after retiring from the NFL.
Spyglass MTG is a specialized consulting firm that provides secure cloud and data solutions with a focus on the Microsoft platforms. We've been servicing customers in the New England market for over 20 years, and we pride ourselves on exceptional customer service.
Spyglass is an invaluable partner to research results. They really feel like an extension of our team, and I think that first and foremost among everything is really important to us.
We're excited about the partnership with Spyglass. As a premier Microsoft partner, we really look to align with companies with deep Azure experience, and a company like Spyglass is a great choice for us.
Bottom line is that Spyglass is a fantastic company to work with, and they bring a wealth of knowledge to Series Therapeutics. We can't thank them enough for their support.
If you need assistance deploying secure cloud and data solutions and you want to work with a local company with true experts in the industry, contact us today.
All right, I'm here with the CEO of Spyglass MTG, Tom Merva. So Tom, welcome. I want you to first tell us what Spyglass MTG is all about, like what kind of services you provide, what kind of company it is.
Spyglass is a high-tech company. We do a number of things. We have a lot of customers who have invested a lot in Microsoft, and they need a lot of assistance in implementing their software. And we also get involved with data. And if you could find ways to gather that data and analyze it, you can improve your business. And the last thing we do is we work with cybersecurity. People got to be careful not to have too little, but it's also expensive to have too much. And I always tell people you can secure yourself poor. You know, you just so we guide them through that to make sure that they have the right amount.
Where does our friend Steve Nelson fit into the whole tech world? How did this come to fruition?
I met Steve about 18 years ago. So many people like him. He's just so well liked, and we became friends. You know, and he was looking for something else to do, and I said, well, why don't you work for me? But can you imagine Steve Nelson calling you and say he'd like to meet with you, schedule a meeting, and he's working for Spyglass, and you're a former football player. And most of the folks in high,
he's very highly recognized.
Oh yeah,
too,
especially
so, yeah.
the age group, at the executive level, the C level. They're about the same age as him.
Yeah, they're not going to say no to Steve Nelson.
Absolutely, and it's helped me a lot, significantly. I've grown because of him. He's helped me get new business.
If people are out there and they are looking to get some of your services, how do they reach out to Spyglass MTG?
Well, you can go onto our website, www.spyglassmtg.com.
Now we've moved on to station 2, which is a little bit different. But before we get on to that, I wanted to say the station we were at before, Nellie, of course, did this off camera, and told me about my first shot over there where I got the bee. What did I do to it?
You vaporized it.
I vaporized it. I mean, what? That's just... I've just gone
that was great.
to a whole nother level. I had no idea I could vaporize anything, but I'm pretty proud to say that I did it. Enough about me now. We're on to station 2.
Right.
And this one's a little bit different setup because you said it's something that rolls across the grass.
Yeah, so this is the difference between regular skeet and trap, is because sporting clays has a myriad of different targets, and this happens to be a rabbit that runs on the ground.
We will let Tom Merva from Spyglass MTG take the lead this time.
Pull.
There we go.
Beautiful. Vaporized.
That was vaporized.
That was vaporized?
That was vaporized.
Listen, I don't want everyone to start taking my word.
Slow right
I'm
hand
the
move.
vaporizer.
Pull. There you
Oh
go.
yeah, that was,
You
look
got
at
it?
it. You can see the dust, the smoke.
Well done. Safety's on, so. Okay, you good? And let me take this off. And use this hand just to go to the front edge
Do
of it.
people close their left eye when they do it, or no?
I mean, it's good to shoot with both eyes open because you have better peripheral vision, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Pull.
Go slow, go slow.
Oh,
Almost.
darn it.
You're going to get it.
That rabbit's terrible.
Rabbit.
It's tough.
Rascally rabbit.
One more, you think?
I'll try one more.
Okay.
And then the rabbit is going to live.
So we have to have Steve shoot, too, right?
We do have to have Steve shoot.
All right. You were really good that time, though, so do the same exact thing, okay? Just take your time. Let it run. Let it run and shoot it over there.
Okay.
Right?
All right, pull.
Take your time. Touch it.
Oh.
I don't know. I think I saw a piece come off of it.
I don't think so.
I do. I do.
Oh, that was terrible.
No,
the
get in there
rabbit
and
lives.
break a rabbit, okay?
Steve was up, and he had a little bit more success than I did.
Okay.
Pull! Slow, slow. Go.
Oh, you got it on the second one.
Okay, you flinched on the first one. It came off your shoulder.
My shoulder crackles.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, so
Oh, God, I hear you.
We're both feeling it, but we're going to try one more station on this day. We will have that, as well as talk to Steve about his post-Patriots life when we return on Outside the Fame.
Spyglass MTG is a specialized consulting firm that provides secure cloud and data solutions with a focus on the Microsoft platforms. We've been servicing customers in the New England market for over 20 years, and we pride ourselves on exceptional customer service.
Spyglass is an invaluable partner to research results. They really feel like an extension of our team, and I think that first and foremost among everything is really important to us.
We're excited about the partnership with Spyglass. As a premier Microsoft partner, we really look to align with companies with deep Azure experience, and a company like Spyglass is a great choice for us.
The bottom line is that Spyglass is a fantastic company to work with, and they bring a wealth of knowledge to Series Therapeutics. We can't thank them enough for their support.
If you need assistance deploying secure cloud and data solutions and you want to work with a local company with true experts in the industry, contact us today.
Okay, Nellie, you ready?
Welcome back to Addieville East Farm in Rhode Island, where former Patriots linebacker Steve Nelson and I are shooting clays.
Well done.
Well, the lights go on, baby. Bad on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but good on game.
That's all that matters. Game day is all that matters.
Ho! Ho!
Okay.
So you always have to have somebody else with you, right? It's
No,
always,
because actually we have it. There's a time delay
there's an
on here,
automated one?
so you can just do it and put a
I
time
was gonna
delay.
say, you could do it by yourself, but you
And
can,
we have
you
voice.
can be by yourself.
We have voice.
And then you can say I got them all, but nobody would know.
That's right. So we're gonna try the B-bird now, okay? Which is a 90. So it's a midi. It's a smaller bird.
Okay.
It looks really higher, and it is a little higher, but
Oh God, that is small.
They quicker than later, right?
well, just see, yeah. Don't shoot over the top. That's all, okay?
Ho! Ho! Oh. That was below it.
That was a good first shot. Well done.
That was a very good
Well
first
done.
shot.
So this is a bird right here.
Yep.
And all you're gonna do, okay, is you're just gonna keep your muzzle like you want to keep your muzzle kind of in the vicinity of where it's gonna be, and then just come up and touch it. Now, because your gun's coming up this way, you're gonna have you're probably gonna wind up shooting over it.
Okay.
So what I try to tell you is when you hit the bottom of the bird, just pull the trigger when you hit the very bottom of it.
All
Okay. Right.
I mean, the bird's not that big, so.
No, safety's on, so get all set up. Get in your shoulder properly, head on. Safety's off and get your muzzle about right there, okay?
Okay, and it's gonna go up to there?
Yep, go real slow with your left hand, all right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, pull. Oh,
Hey, you're okay, because that was a broken bird.
I was like,
So it
why did
doesn't
two
count.
come out?
It doesn't
I
count.
was like, are you trying to screw with me? They like both, two things
No,
came
it just
out.
broke. Okay, try it again. You would have got that too.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you would. You're all
Just
right.
being nice.
Okay. In the shoulder, good. Okay. Safety's off, muzzle up a tiny bit more, and ready.
Okay. Pull.
Oh, you just shot under it.
yeah.
Good.
That's all right.
That's right. We'll make it work. Okay.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
it worked.
Nellie retired from playing football in 1988, deciding to stay in the area and raise his family. In 1993, he was inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame. He was a Patriots assistant coach for a season, which led to a successful coaching career at the college level.
You spent 8 years at Curry College being their head coach and athletic director, and
Right.
you turned that team around pretty quickly into a perennial powerhouse.
Yeah, we had great success there, and we came into a situation where they lost like the last 20 games or something like that, and that was so much fun. It's Division III athletics. There's no scholarships, and players are there because they love to play. So you don't have to worry about any attitudes or anything else. And we had the same speech every year. The only reason you're here is there's no Division IV football. So.
That was your speech?
Oh well, yeah. I said so. Don't think you're better than anybody else.
So inspirational.
Well, it was kind of probably a downer for a few of them. But,
A little bit, yeah.
But it was kind of meant to be kind of funny, but obviously it wasn't. But it was just kind of we're all in this together, and it's, so and I had Steve Zabel coached with me, mostly the Tupu coached with me, and Ryan Lepet coached with me. So we all just loved it, and Vinny Ruzioni, Mike's brother, was my associate AD.
Was he really?
Yes, and
Oh, I
he
did
was
not know
the
that.
offensive coordinator my first year, and Mike and I are good friends, and I knew Vinny, and they're a great family, and Vinny was a great coach, and now he's the AD at Curry for the last, since '06. So we had a lot of success, a lot of fun, and made some lasting relationships with players, so it was great.
You should go buy a lottery ticket on the way home tonight.
Now in his 70s, Nellie is enjoying life and business consulting with Spyglass MTG. He still makes appearances for the Patriots and at charity events, and of course he loves the outdoors.
Ho! Ho!
Do you look back at your 14 years with the Patriots and say, like, that was a pretty good career?
I would say I got every experience I ever thought I'd ever have. Life experience, good, bad, and indifferent. And I came out of there with some injuries, but not. I could walk and everything else. And I have so many memories, fond memories of teammates, and you don't really appreciate it until you're out of it, and then you say, God, that was such a cool environment to go every day and be in a team environment where everyone's depending on each other, and it's no one's better than anyone else as far as being a teammate and all that stuff. So you'll never have that opportunity again to have that type of work situation, and I was just totally blessed.
Pull. 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 Pull.
This episode of Outside the Fame is brought to you by Spyglass MTG. Their mission is to provide their clients with excellent customer service and expert advice, while providing their employees with a happy and fulfilling work environment.